Alright dudes, welcome back to this 100k challenge. This is episode 3, whatever you want to call it. I think this is day 5 or day 6 since we started running ads. This video is not really going to be too much of an update. I'm going to go over something that you guys should be setting up if you're doing Google Ads cold traffic. It's remarketing. So I'm going to set up a Facebook DPA remarketing, and I'll go over what it is real quick, just if you just don't have a clue. And I didn't have a clue a couple of years ago. And I'll just go over it real quick. So what it is like, so say if I land on your page, on your Google ad, ad, and then I land on your page, the average conversion rate is like 1 or 2%. If you've got a good conversion rate, 3 or 4%, which is nice. But the average conversion rate is 2%, whatever. So that means 98% of people, or 98 out of 100 people, are just bouncing, right? So, and that's normal, by the way. That is absolutely normal, because these are our cold ads, right? People don't know us. They don't know, they just don't know us, right? So, what we want to set up is obviously remarketing, and I find the best one is always Facebook DPA. And all it is, if I land on your page, as soon as I log on Facebook or Instagram, because Facebook owns Instagram, so I set mine up on Instagram as well, I'm going to see the ad, right? So it's super profitable, just because, you see the exact product. A lot of people set this up wrong, and they just show it to a random product. You want to make sure you set it up to the product I landed on. So if I'm selling a smartwatch, for example, and I use this heavily on the smartwatch.co.uk, that's how it became so profitable, because of an ad like this. And it's just a simple ad that you set up once, and you don't need to touch it. You might want to increase the budget, but obviously you're increasing the budget if you're making money, so it makes sense to increase the budget, right? And you will make money off this. It's 100%. It can't not be unprofitable if you do it correctly, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. So yeah, so if I see the smartwatch, I'll land on it, but I don't buy. As soon as I log on Facebook on my phone or computer or Mac, whatever, I'm going to see that exact smartwatch. I'm not going to see a random smartwatch. I'm going to see that exact smartwatch, and that's how it works. It's super profitable. ROAS for me personally is anywhere from 5 all the way up to 11 is my best on the general store Tastage. That's another store. That's why I got that store. It's profitable. It wasn't as profitable as it could have been for you guys that know, because of the refunds and the chargebacks, but that's my fault. The store was pretty profitable, but it came a lot from this DPA ad, to be honest. And that's how you want to do it, just because it shows the exact product. So you should set it up. Like I said, going to go over a quick summary of the store of this 100k challenge so far. Yesterday we got 2 sales, very low orders value. But that's fine, it's absolutely fine. So, I usually set up this when I'm getting like 2 or 3 orders a day, just because I've had 2 orders yesterday and we've only been running ads for 5 days. I'm going to set this up earlier than I should be doing, but I can see that the store is getting a lot of clicks. I'm getting like 100 daily visitors now just on a brand new ad, so it's crazy. I'm getting a lot of traffic. So I do want to capture some of these missed people that, for example, they land on my page, I don't know, the wife might have distracted them, the kid might have been crying, blah, 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 and they forgot about me. But as soon as they deal with that issue they had and go back on Facebook, they're going to be like, oh, I remember this store, I want to buy it now, because I was going to buy it before, but I got distracted. So I'm getting a lot of people come to the store, and it's going to really help me be profitable as fast as possible, because, that's what you want to do. Like I said, I'm not trying to make money ideally off this store with after like 2-3 weeks. That's when I want to start seeing £100 net days, not revenue, net days. So like I said, I'm about £20 in the negative, but that's absolutely fine. It's to be expected. So I just want to go over something else as well real quick. I did say last time about the free ad account, the free ad spend. They've changed that a little bit, so you actually get £80 free now, which is even better than 75 is what I said. So it must be a new thing for the UK. All you do is you put the code in. So even though I said I'm minus like £20 or £30, I'm actually like plus £50, because now I'm not spending any money on ads. So this 78, this ain't going to go up, because this is getting spent right now. So I'm going to have £80 free ad spend probably. So I'm spending about 20 a day, I think, now, because I'm getting 100 visitors. My average CPC is 0.20, so that's £20 a day. So I'm going to go like 4 days and not spend a penny. So if I get sales, it's just free ads, because I'm not paying any money. So this is super nice. And also you got to remember with Google, like I've not actually, this money hasn't been taken out of the £78, because I've got the threshold. Obviously this threshold is going to go up to 500 and hopefully 1,000. But I've not actually spent a single penny on ads, because it works a little bit different than Facebook, because they've not charged me, and they'll only charge me if I spend that threshold or it gets to the end of the month. So that's another super thing good about Google. Cash flow isn't really an issue if you're breaking even or just a little bit profitable, because you're always going to be ahead. With Facebook, you're going to be behind, because it's every single day, man, they rinse that card, and that's fine to do, but it's another reason why I like Google. But we are doing a Facebook ad today, so contradicting myself, but it's a little bit different than your cold ads. So going to go over pretty much, not really going to go over the setup too much, but I'm going to show you exactly what to put in the ad, which is the most important thing, right? So use an app called Flexify. Don't just do it off the Shopify, just do the Flexify way. It's so much easier and it's free. You can buy the $29 upgrade, but you don't need to do it, because all you're going to do is, this is the feed, by the way, this is the thing that you're going to use in the Facebook Business Manager, right? And I'll show you what that means in a second if you don't know. Make sure the collection is set. For example, I've got 48 products. That's not the variance, by the way. So I think I have like 18, 90, including variance. So it's not going to show the variance. If you want to buy the $29 thing, don't do it. It's not worth it. You can include all variants, but it doesn't matter. Like, they're going to know what product it is. So don't do it. Nothing else you really need to change, bar from make sure the time is your time zone. Don't choose somebody else's time zone. It will cause you headaches in the wrong time. So GMT for me is UK time zone, right? London time zone. But that's fine. This page going to be blurred to the max, but this is just a Facebook page. So you don't want the ads to come from, for example, Jake Gordon. If it came from my personal profile, these products that these guys landed on, they're going to be like, what the hell? It doesn't make sense. So Facebook page, super simple to do. Facebook looks really ugly right now, as you can see. I don't know what they're doing. They're changing the interface. It looks so ugly. Everything looks super weird. All you're going to do is hit this plus sign though, page, call it the store name, for example, smartwatch.co.uk. Call it the name, choose the logo, choose the background. That's it. This is just so the ads are coming from this page and not your personal page, because it's not going to convert as well as it could, or even at all if you're running it off of Jake Gordon, right? It's going to be weird for the customer. Cool. Next thing is obviously you need your pixel, dudes. So I'm not going to try out set it up, just YouTube it. You'll find videos because it's so boring. Very easy to do. Once you create it on the ads manager, you're going to just follow the steps, create a pixel for that. Ad account, which you should only have one if you're brand new, by the way. You'll get a number, come in online store, come in preferences, paste it here. This is super important, by the way. So it's just like the Google conversion tracker. So the more customers you send, even if you're not converting, with the Facebook pixel, it's going to start gathering data immediately. So even if you're not using Facebook off the bat, and you're not setting up this retargeting like right now, you want to still set this up, because it's going to be so much more profitable the more data you're giving it. So if you just come to, because I'm setting this pretty much brand new from scratch, I just done this like just before this video, right? So because I'm doing the Facebook ad 5 days after we're launching it, so I'm doing it. I should be waiting a little bit longer, but like I said, I'm just launching it now because I had 2 sales. But if you're not planning to launch your Facebook DPA for like 2 or 3 weeks, still set up your pixel, because it's going to make it so much more profitable off the bat. And that's what I'm trying to say. So do that. Really easy to do. Just YouTube it. It's so easy. And yeah, let's go to the most important bit, which you guys came to. It's obviously, what does the ad look like? So once you have it connected, like I said, Facebook's super ugly, man, these days. They're changing all the time. It's so bad. Anyways, you just want to come to this page, which is the ads manager. You'll go create. Like I said, I've already got mine in review. It's pretty much, it's not going to get disapproved, by the way, because it's a Facebook DPA ad. It's really impossible to get disapproved. You'll just go create. Super easy to do. Just create, and then you're going to go for something that says catalog sales. You're not going to go for leads. You're not going to go for like cold sales off the bat. You're going to go for catalog sales, because this is what it's from. That's why we use that Flexify app. And that connects with your products. If you go for catalog sales, they'll talk to each other just like your Google Merchant account to your Google account, how they talk to each other. So it's super simple. So just make sure you do that, and always make sure it's catalog sales. So just going over from the start. So there's always three parts to a Facebook campaign. Just call it DPA remarketing. It doesn't really matter what you call it. You're only going to have one ad probably. So just call it DPA remarketing. Auction, catalog sales should be selected, catalog products, and it should be the same, obviously the same catalog that you're running ads to, right? If it's not, you got it wrong. Like I said, I can't change this because this is pretty much live, and it's just in review right now. So apart from that, that's the first bit. The actual second bit, I think they call this the ad group on Facebook. We'll go over that real quick as well. The last bit is the most important, like the nitty gritty, what you see in the ad. But this is also important as well, because this is like your budget, what you're actually putting in as well. So yeah, so ad name, ad set name, just like you would in a Google Ads account, the campaign, DPA remarketing. Call it the same. Don't get it confused, because it just makes it look, it's just weird. Just call it whatever you call the campaign name. So once you do that, that's super fine. Daily budget. I start at £5 a day, which is about 7 USD. If you're in USA, just do 5 USD. Like don't go crazy. You want to increase this eventually as it's profitable, but it should be profitable off the bat, pretty much after 3 or 4 days once it's running. So just put it at $5. You know, don't increase it. You know, if you are profitable and it's spending the budget, which £5 is a day isn't really a lot, but you want to make sure it's profitable. And then if it's profitable, slowly go up, like even like £2 or £3. Don't go 5 to 50 because you'll break it. So don't do that. Start date, just put it like as in the next day. For example, it's the 24th today. Just put it for the next day. Easy to do. Don't worry about the time too much. It should be 1 day from the day that it is today. So another super important part, and what we'll go over is, you know, when do you want to show this to people? So you should always choose the 180 days, by the way, and I'll go over it real quick. How it works, like I want to blast these people like for as long as possible until they buy. I always want to shove it down their throats, believe it or not, because a lot of people just won't buy immediately. You can change this to like 90 days. A lot of people just do like 30 days. In my opinion, I just want to blast it to them for like 6 months until they buy. So a lot of people will buy later down the line because they're going to keep seeing your stuff over time, and that's how remarketing works. Like if you see stuff so many times and you actually do want to buy it, you're eventually going to buy it, so it's worth just smashing them with it. And it's not going to show the budget too much. Like Facebook will stop showing it to them if they're really not interested. But make sure you click view or add it to cart. If you don't click this, it's not really going to be as profitable as it could be. So viewed, like I said, if they land on your page or they add it to cart, they are pretty interested in your product anyways, and this is how this product works. Automate placements, just put that just because it's recommended. Don't do manual, you don't need to. Just do that. Event type purchase, yours will probably say leads, so just make sure you change this. And the conversion window, make sure you change this as well. Yours will probably say, I think it'll say like 7 days after clicking. You don't want to show it 7 days just because it's too long, so show it after 1 day. As soon as they think, the next day they're going to see the ad because it's hot, you know, in their mind. This page is probably going to be mostly blurred, but go over it real quick. Facebook page should obviously be linked to the Facebook page. If that's linked to your personal page, you've done it wrong somewhere down the line, or just make sure you click the drop down menu and you click the correct store, right? Don't have it off your personal page. Dynamic formats and creative, that should be on. Dynamic format should be ticked. You'll start to see on the right, this will probably be blurred because there's too much store information there, but you'll see as the ads start to populate, this is what it will look like. So you'll see on Instagram stories, you'll also see on Facebook feed, you'll just see exactly how it looks, and if you do it right, it should be super beautiful and it looks good to go. So as we scroll down the page, catalog products should be catalog products and then whatever you call the feed, so it should be your store name. All products, I always have it to dynamic video. It just looks a lot better, and it just looks a lot better in like the Facebook feed. It really makes you stand out. A lot of people just have the simple kind of image, and that's where they get it wrong, and it's just a random image. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure it's dynamic video. Primary text, this is the most important part, really. So I just copied this. I copied this from a dude called Ricky Hayes, I think. I don't know, can't remember his name, but he went over this, and I've always copied it on all my stores, and it's always worked super well. So I'm not trying to break it, so I'm just copying it. So all I say is, hi there, we've seen your interest in our collection of items, but you didn't complete your purchase. We're sorry to see you go. Return now and claim 10% off using the discount code MY10. So how you would create that discount code as well, I should have went over. If you just go back in your Shopify store, you just go on discounts. You don't have to do MY10. You can maybe do like your store name, but I just always do MY10. It just works. Just create a discount code called MY10, and guess what? Make it 10% off the actual purchase price. And that's how it's going to work. A lot of customers, believe it or not, they just won't do it just because, I don't know, they just don't see it, but they're just like, oh, I've seen that product, and they'll forget to use the discount code. So it actually works out better for us because it means that we don't have to give them a discount. But you know, a lot of people just don't put the discount code in, but it's what it is. So yeah, return now and claim 10% off using the discount code MY10. The code expires in 24 hours. It doesn't, but it's just for scarcity, right? So the headline, make sure that says product.name AA. That should come up automatically, but that's the thing that's going to actually populate that product in your store from the catalog. So it's super important that's there. If that's not there, it's not going to work as well. It could be because it's probably just going to show a random product. Here's a little kind of side bonus description: 10% discount code MY10. So that's just going to push them more to see that there's a discount code. So you don't have to put anything in there. But I always do that just because it kind of just shoves it down and throat a little bit more, and they'll see that there's a discount on. They're already interested in the product, so you know it's going to force them to come back and click on this ad. The website URL, that should just be your Shopify main page. Don't worry, like once they click on this ad, it's not going to go to the main page. like it will populate the product and it will go to that product landing page. So don't worry about that. And you know what's funny, you can test it on yourself as well. Like if you go to your landing page, your product page, and what's it called, so if you actually go on yours, and then like you should, when you go on Facebook or Instagram, you should actually see, or get your girlfriend, get your friend to do it, and they'll see your ad, right? So you'll know if you've got it set up right, if you know your friend or you see the ad, and you'll see how it looks as well. It already shows you how it looks, but it's just like a little side note, just so in case you guys see it. And I think that's pretty much it. That's all you need to do. Publish it, it'll go into review. Everything else should be good to go. And that's pretty much it, dudes. So yeah, this is a little update on the store as well. So we got 2 sales yesterday, so we're getting some, we're starting to increase sales. Like I said, we're not profitable yet, and we are with the free ad spend, but I don't know if you want to count that. Technically you can count it, because you know we're not going to have to pay those ads, but I like to set this up really after 2 or 3 sales a day. So we're on Monday right now, so I'm really shooting for like a 3-day sales kind of day. So I'm always trying to get better every week before we start scaling. So yeah, this is mostly a video on setting up Facebook DPA. Like I said, I'm super appreciative of all the new subscribers. Welcome to the channel, by the way. This is the 100k challenge. There's going to be more Google stuff coming along as well, but I'm really focused on this 100k challenge because I want to hit that 100k. That's what the goal is. So super appreciative of all the comments, super appreciative of all the likes. If you like this video as well, appreciate the love. If you're new, subscribe for sure. You're going to want to, because we're going to be documenting this store. And yeah, dudes, if you have any comments, if you have any questions about this thing, I'll reply within the first hour. So, if you see it and there's something you didn't really understand, leave a comment and I'll reply to you. But yeah, dudes, I'll see you in the next video, and thanks for watching.